Hello and welcome to another Epic Music Collection tour, part 16 I believe. Last time we got to Stone Roses. We're going to carry on with the Stone Roses. In this case the remixes. Cool album. If you're looking for some interesting mixes of Stone Roses, look no further. I particularly like track 4, Paul Oakenfold and Steve Osborne remix of Waterfall. That's the one used in the old lottery advert. It's basically got an elongated intro. I think the bass line's reversed, but it's not too dissimilar to the original, to be honest. Stooges, Stranglers, Peaches, Streets, Double, Grand Don't Come for Free, and original prompt material. Streets, The Hardest Way of Making Easy Living. Strokes, battered up version. I think the European and English version is different to the American version. The American version doesn't. Well, it might have now, but I know when it originally came out, it didn't have that cover. They changed it to something a little less evocative, I guess. And the UK version has New York City Cops, and I don't know whether they've re-released it with New York City Cops, but this album caters is another album that sort of suffered from the Twin Towers collapse. I think that took New York City Cops off the American version. There might be an early version, an American version with New York City Cops on. I can't remember. It depends when it came out. It was a 2001 album. I can't remember if it came out before or after. It probably came out before, but I know they took New York City Cops off, definitely. Room on Fire. First Impressions of Earth. And much like that Pulp Different Class album, you can change the artwork on this using cards. I think if you have that album, I think you know what I'm talking about. Strokes, Angles. I don't have the last one. I haven't come across it for the right price. Subcircus. Basically got that because it's an Echo, and I got it with an eBay lot in. Subways, remember the Subways? Everyone remembers Rock and Roll Quit. I prefer Oh Yeah. Subways, All or Nothing. Another double album. Suede and Dogman Star. As well, quite kind of like Suede. Coming Up. It's one of my favourites by Suede, that is. Lullabies. Loads of B tracks. Oh, there's nothing up there. Suede, Head Music. I remember this one. That's a good one as well. This one's not so good. I remember getting that in a bargain. That's probably one of the oldest ones I have. This apparently it's a limited edition as well. I didn't realise that. I don't know what's limited about it. Suede Singles. Just into the singles, that might be worth a get. Night Thoughts. Got a Sum 41 album. Another one. Summer Camp. If you go back right through my videos, you might have seen me crowing about that because I got in a 2 for 5 HMV. And I was going to do a whole series about what you could get in 2 for 5, and then I realised perhaps no one's interested in that sort of thing. I don't know. Sunshine Underground, Raise the Alarm. I'll tell you how long that is. We had an HMV in my hometown. Now we don't. But yeah, Sunshine Underground, that's a cool album. The second album. I think they've done more than that, but I haven't come across any copies. Oh, it's one of those things where you can get anything you want online, but where's the fun in that? Supercharged, I have a quick sneaky peek. You know, press pause and have a look at what's on that. A lot of new metal and things of that nature. Super Furry Animals. Yeah, I could tell you some stories about Super Furry Animals. I remember seeing it at Reading 2004 when they were touring this album. And I remember with a crowd going mad to The Man Don't Give a parental advisory, explicit content 4-letter word. And the crowd went mental. And I tried to replicate that in a club once and fell flat on my face. Small super furry animals. That kind of comes at the end of this run. So Tame Impala, Currents, but we're gonna get through some more S's at the minute. I'll just put this just there. Hey Venus by Super Furry Animals. We've got some Dark Days and Light Years. I don't know if they've done any new albums since then. I haven't seen any. Supergrass, I Should Coco. This, if you recall me talking about Paul His and Hers, this is an X radio station one. I can't remember actually if it says promotional copy, not for resale there. Probably from the same batch. I know I got it as where is it? Yeah, Paul His and Hers. I got it on the same day, so it's probably might be the same radio station. I had an attempt at cleaning it up and failed. I was actually given this. My copy of In It For The Money, I was actually given this for free. It came through the mail. I was used to do a lot of record fairs, and I stopped because I ran out of money. I've been poor for quite some time now. But when I used to go, I used to spend hundreds of pounds, and he sent me that because he knew I was a big Supergrass fan. And I am a big Supergrass fan. Massive. X-Ray. I love Supergrass, but I hate Pumping a Stereo. I do not like that track one whatsoever. Life on Other Planets. I mean, it's just album after album, song after song. I mean, the singles, it's all great stuff. Bit of a love-hate relationship with Road to Ruin. I'll save that for another video. Diamond Hoo Ha Man. Used that in a Lynx advert recently. Supernaturals. If you remember the Supernaturals. It's another one for you. Got some Swim Deep. System of a Down. Taking Back Sunday. Some Talking Heads. Arguably one of their best albums. Best of Talking Heads. I don't have Tame Impala's first album, but I do have a copy of Lonerism. It should have Elephant on and whatnot, yeah. I'd like to get their first album, but we'll see if we come across it in the wilds of real life and not online. We've got Tapes and Tapes. God, this is an old one. 2008, so it's about 10 years old. I can't even. I know I liked it at one point, but I can't remember anything about this one. I'll be honest. Sure, I like something on there. Third Eye Blind again. The end of the run. Pretty out the way for now. This one's got Semi Charm Kind of Life on it, which I'm sure if you're American, you must be bored to hell of it. This is a bit tricky to film now, so Taproot. Now, is that the Tears or the Tears? I think that's Brett Anderson's Suede's band, isn't it? Some Teenage Fan Club, got Grand Prix, Temper Trap. I've got a booklet edition of Temper Trap, self-titled, and that's follow-up to Conditions. Some Tenacious D, Pick a Destiny by Tenacious D. Best of Tempole Tudor. Lead singer has the most incredible name ever, Edward Tudor Pole. Did he really? Good for him. Some TerraVision. Quite like TerraVision actually. It's fairly cheap and easy to get hold of for the most part. If you remember, that a big hit. The Mint Royale version of Tequila. I remember Zoe Ball really pushed that. It made number 2 in the charts. But I have come to a realisation it's very bad. It's got a very bad sound quality on it. It's it does not slap you in the face. Some test icicles. I actually have. I mean, I'll save it for a different video, but I've got another version of this. But I'll save it for another video. That's quite an interesting video if you're into that kind of thing. Them Crooked Vultures. These New Puritans. And They Might Be Giants, which is upside down. I like the way you notice the barcode. It turns up, you know, it goes all the way down and sort of highlights all the tracks. So that's a nice touch. This has the theme tune to Malcolm in the Middle, Boss of Me. Forget where it is. It's on here. If you pause it, I'll hold it up. If you pause it and look careful enough, it's on there now. Track 17. There. I think it's Boss of Me. Yeah, I've not heard it a few times. Alright, we'll call it a day there. So I'm sure we've all got lives to lead, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. That'd be great. Thank you. See you in the next video. Bye.